What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to talk about living in rural places where you get land around the Phoenix metro area. So this keeps coming up, the debate about cookie cutter homes or no HOAs and where to find these areas, where to go looking when you're coming from out of state and you're new here. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. If you're new to living in Arizona or you already live here and you like to keep up to date with Arizona, you can subscribe to this channel. So we've got many videos on here that you can go through. As you can see, lots of content. We've also created a Twitter here, which you can follow, where we keep you guys up to date with what's going on around Arizona. So follow us over there, Live in Arizona. And we have a group here. So Living in Arizona is our Facebook group where we have over 1,600 members now. And we just recently posted this. Well, I personally posted this. I said, for those of you who don't want an HOA and save money, this is in Santan Valley. Read the sign, starting at $190,000 with no HOA. Okay, so look at this. You can see the sign starting in the 190s, no HOA. Yes, this is Santan Valley. People like that. Why do they like that? Because that means they don't have to pay the HOA fee, which is sometimes anywhere between $70 to $150 depending on each community, right? So it's on top of your homeowner's insurance, it's on top of your mortgage. And some people just say, I don't really need someone, I don't need to pay someone to tell me what I can and cannot do with my home. So this has led to a debate. You can see I posted this 2 hours ago. It's already got 41 comments. A lot of people are sharing their thoughts about this. Some of the comments say, well, I don't want to live too far away from the freeway system because out in Santan Valley, you're, 16 miles away from the nearest freeway, which is almost 20 to 25 minutes away, depending on how stop and go traffic is. So sometimes it's worth it to live inner city, but for those of you who do not mind living rural and want to live rural, where you have property, where you have the wilderness at your doorstep, where you have privacy and no HOA, that's what this video is for. So if you're one of those people, smash up the likes and get this video out to more people just like you, and let's share this information because, yeah, we have that information here. My brother, who's a real estate agent, Matthew Crooks, sales associate, 480-473-4900. You can hit him up on his mobile, 480-548-2229. He's a real estate agent. He can take you to these places because him and I both grew up here. We both know the area really good. He's a real estate agent. I'm not. Otherwise, I would take you, I think, if I'm not too busy. But he's got, I say put him to work because every time I talk to him, he's always out showing homes. So he knows the area really good, and if you're looking for one of these type of rural homes where you have property, you might want to contact him. Just pause the video, go back and get his number if you want. He's also in our group. You can contact him there. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So this here is Phoenix Metro. I had to pause the video there because I had to get this highlighter out so you guys can actually see my mouse instead of, some of you guys watch from the mobile phones. So here's the areas just in general. So if you're really looking to do this and you want a rural home, I'm going to give you the locations to explore. So we have Northwest Phoenix. In Northwest Phoenix, you're going to have some rural living. So for example, out here in Northwest Peoria, you've got Peakview Road. There is homes out here. It's not too developed. And even south of there, you have homes that are ready to go. Martin Acres, Beardsley Rancheritos. Okay, so Northwest Peoria, check that out. Now you're going to have, which is my favorite area, which is where I'd recommend most of you guys take a look, is going to be in the New River area. And we've talked about New River a couple times and it keeps on growing. It actually used to be kind of backwoods-ish out there. It used to be kind of like, mobile home, trailer park, anything flies out in New River about 20 years ago. But nowadays, some people with big money discovered it and they built houses around. They built the master plan community around Anthem and that kind of changed New River just overall. But you can still get homes where you're living up in here in these mountains. And it just keeps pushing further up into there, okay? So this is not going to be as expensive as the next area that I'm going to talk about, which is my absolute favorite. It is Cave Creek. So Cave Creek, just to show you how beautiful Cave Creek is, if you go here, you take the little orange guy, let's get the little orange guy, and you just go right down into here, back out towards Spur Cross, Fleming Wash. This is a really nice area. Look at this. So you can see lots of ranchers, really a lot of land. I mean, you're in real desert. This is high desert, real desert. There's Black Mountain right there. That's Black Mountain, an old extinct dormant volcano. and you just go around here and you explore North Cave Creek. But be aware that you are going to be in the high desert. There is going to be wildlife. That means you're going to be having coyotes. You're going to be having mountain lions, bobcats. Now, it's not going to be like, every single day that mountain lions coming into your backyard, but maybe once or twice a year, or maybe you get a local bobcat or wildcat or mountain lion that will become coming in and out of your backyard, drinking out of your water fountain. That is the kind of area you get up here in Cave Creek. This is by Spur Cross, just North Cave Creek, the whole area. I mean, there's lots of $1 million homes and whatnot out in this area. There's also Rancho Manano. I used to work at that golf course when I was a kid. And then if you have the big bucks, and I say big bucks, you want to move to Desert Mountain. This area of Desert Mountain was designed so that you can basically live in a resort style community and have acreage. So it's like cookie cutter homes for the rich, right? But they're custom homes. This is Desert Mountain area. You can't go in there because it's a gated community. But if you got the big bucks, you're going to want to end up in Desert Mountain, okay? Another place that's not going to be as expensive as this, and if you just move right over here, is going to be Rio Verde area. You see all these homes right over here off of Rio Verde Drive, which is if you take Dynamite going right. The reason I'm making this video is because some of you guys were talking about, hey, you guys wanted more information about these rural homes, right? And Rio Verde kind of came up to where people were like, well, what is this Rio Verde area of Phoenix, right? And so if we just take the little orange guy and we just go right down here and we show you guys, it's not quite as beautiful as Cave Creek, say, but it's still pretty nice, okay? Right down here is the Verde Valley River, right? So this is a river area right over there in the background. It's rural. I mean, it's not high desert like Cave Creek. You can see it's a little bit less arid, probably 5 degrees different from Phoenix, whereas Cave Creek's 10 degrees difference in heat, right? So add Verde River or Rio Verde to your list. Rio Verde's over here, but this area right here, I would call it Rio Verde. It's beyond Pinnacle Peak. It's beyond Troon. Another area that you can consider if you've got big money is going to be Fountain Hills. This is fairly rural living. They like to go up into these little canyon ravines and build homes. And if we just take the little orange guy and we go right up in here, you can see they've got new homes under construction and all that. It's just brand new areas. This is a really nice area, and it's a lot closer than Cave Creek to downtown Phoenix. So you're closer to all of it while still being in rural communities, but you got to have big bucks. We're talking $1 million budget here, and maybe $800,000 to live up in these foothills. You can see, look at the homes down in these areas. They all have yards, and I don't know what your guys' budget is. That's what I'm saying. I mean, some of you guys act like you got a budget of $190,000, and some of you guys act like you got a budget of, well, I got $1 million to work with here. What do you got for me? So, I mean, we don't really know because everyone's got a variant of financial situations. And so I'm just giving you guys some ideas out here. And then you can't really live over here on the Indian reservation. In fact, you can't unless you're Hohokam or one of the Indian tribes, right? Another area for you guys to explore is going to be Gold Canyon and Apache Junction. You can see right out here, they're going to have a lot of different land acres, 1 or 2 acres per person, where you can build these custom homes. So Apache Junction all the way down to this whole area right here is going to be filled in with more of these custom homes as the years continue to go by. You can still get this kind of stuff out here in Santan Valley, right? So as you're in Santan Valley, you go into here, you could see people in Santan Valley are also living in these master plan communities, but they're also in these acreage, custom home lots. And so that's out here in the Southeast Valley. And you can still get that even as you go towards the Ahwatukee foothills. You will have custom homes, but you also have master plan communities. But here's some custom home sites you can see right here in Ahwatukee foothills, which is really good because you can still live in custom homes while you're being close to downtown Phoenix, right in the middle of it all, but kind of rural. It's going to be pretty expensive over there, but then again, it's like you're so close to the hustle and bustle. Is it really peaceful, even though you're on a custom home lot? It just depends on what you're really looking for. Same kind of situation out in Arcadia around Camelback Mountain. You get custom homes and it's pretty built up, but it's so close to the hustle and bustle. Literally, like right when you leave your house, within 2 minutes, you're driving and you're on Camelback Road, and you're sitting there at the stop sign trying to pull out for 2 to 3 to 5 minutes. Seriously, like during rush hour, it can be pretty bad traffic trying to pull out of one of these communities. You're not going to get that when you're living up in Cave Creek or you're living up in North Scottsdale, because it's just not as congested and not as packed. And then, so if we go over to the Southwest Valley, which is another area you guys can explore, you have South Mountain Village, which in this area, they do have some custom homes out here in Talasera and Hangar Haciendas. And this just this general area of South Phoenix, right? You also have some homes out in Old Buckeye, which more farm haciendas, I guess you could call them that. It's farmhouses. I mean, check it out. You might enjoy it. And then you have this area over here, Estrella Mountain Regional Park. Estrella Mountain is a pretty good area. It's actually pretty nice. The Estrella Mountains. Anytime you can live around the Estrella Mountains is good. You can see here's one of those lakes that they built up. Was that wetlands? So you can't live on those wetlands. That's just there as a matter of reestablishment of local agriculture. And then here's Estrella Mountain Ranch. Pretty nice area. It's in Southwest Phoenix. It's not going to be as expensive as you would get up in Northeast Phoenix or Scottsdale area. And then around the White Tanks, you just have to think that at some point they're going to really build this area up. I mean, these homes right here are these are going to be your $200,000 acres. You know, acre to acre and a half, 2 acres, $250,000, $300,000 home. So I mean, it's hot. It's not very well built up, but it's living on nice property without breaking the bank, and that's what you can get out in Southwest Phoenix. You can also find that even in North Phoenix, Northwest Phoenix. It's the same thing. It's just Northeast Phoenix is going to be really kind of taken up. And then if you guys are really interested in going down towards like Casa Grande or something like that, Maricopa area, mostly built up areas. You know, you have the Ogg Chin. It's not so much custom homes, living rural, but it is rural because it's a rural community, master plan community out in the middle of nowhere, really. And like I said, Casa Grande is going to have that same kind of thing. You know, you have these little isolated pockets of communities out in Casa Grande. Really, I mean, if we just take the little orange guy just to show you guys what you'd be dealing with when you go out to Casa Grande, I know that that's important because if you're going to drive all the way out there, you at least want a little idea of what it's going to look like in the terrain. I mean, this is what it looks like out in Casa Grande. Casa Grande, if they built this all up and turned it into a big grid, this area of Casa Grande is really just, it's kind of like you bowl over a couple trees and then you build. It's not lush vegetation like you saw up in Cave Creek, high desert like you saw in Fountain Hills. It's really just low-lying land, and most of these trees that are planted that you're looking at are going to be from people that actually planted those, because the natural vegetation is this. This is the natural vegetation. That's what I'm saying. You just plow over a couple bushes and then you got land. And most of these might even have been planted because that looks really lush for this area. You know? I mean, just saying. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. And if you like these videos, do hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And drop a comment below letting us know what kind of videos you guys want from us. I've got a rodents and pests and bugs video coming up because people are always asking the question, what's up with the bugs? What kind of bugs are there? Are there scorpions? Are there cockroaches? How do I avoid those? So we'll see you guys next time.